Hello again, friends and neighbors. It's Stuart Payne from Read 20 in the Readmobile. I'm here with another story today, another favorite picture book. As usual, I'm all about the big ideas, the concepts, and the kind of thinking that goes into a story. So there's no escaping it. Words and ideas are the root of civilization, and you're never too young to tune in to the ideas and the words that drive our human civilization. This story is called Click, Clack, Moo! Cows That Type. It's written by Doreen, Cronin, and illustrated by Betsy Levine. So let's jump right in. Click, clack, moo! Cows that type. Here we go. Farmer Brown has a problem. Every good story has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Click, clickety, clack, moo. He doesn't look happy. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible! But there it was. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Tacked on the barn door, here's a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. Polite request. Based on a valid need. But it was bad enough the cows had found that old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets. No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. Yes, a strike. It's an idea, it's a concept, it's a tool the people use to try to get a better deal or better treatment from the people who are treating them unfairly. Yes, the cows went on strike, and they left a note on the barn door. Today it says, sorry, we're closed. No milk today. Because where does that milk come from? The cows. Who takes it and sells it to make their living? The farmer. The farmer cries, no milk today. Well, in the background, he heard the cows busy at work once again. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. So the cows are not the only animals that are not happy with their treatment from the farmer. So now they've joined together to try to get a better deal. And the cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed, no milk, and no eggs. No eggs, cried Farmer Brown. And in the background he heard them click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. Cows that type, hens on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. And rightfully so. He's trying to run a farm here. He needs to pay the bills. He needs to sell the milk and the eggs so he can make money to buy more feed for the cows and for the chickens. We all understand Farmer Brown's dilemma, and hopefully we all understand the dilemma of the animals as well. So here's what he did. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter and wrote this note. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. He demands milk and eggs. Did he not hear their complaints? They're freezing cold in there. Is he not listening? Duck was a neutral party. He wasn't on the farmer's side necessarily, and he wasn't on the other animal's side necessarily. He was neutral. So he brought the ultimatum to the cows. An ultimatum is a demand that if you don't do this, I'm going to do that. Not the nicest way to try to reach a deal with somebody, but they wrote an ultimatum and the duck delivered it. Then the cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. Yes, it's really a challenge when you don't understand the language or the words that people are saying to you. But all night long, Farmer Brown waited for his answer. And then Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown this note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. Farmer Brown decided this was a pretty good deal, so he left them blankets, left them next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. The next morning he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Clickety, clack, quack. It says. And here is a duck diving into the pond from a brand new diving board. The end. Okay, so there it is. What I love about this story is the power of the written word. What I love is that even the ducks recognize that the way to get things done in this world is to make your case, to make your argument in words and ideas, and try to show the injustice of the current situation and talk about how it might be improved if we can make a little deal. It's really cold in here, so maybe if you give us some electric blankets, we'd be warmer and we'd be happier and give you more milk and eggs. And until then, we're freezing, so help us out. It's this exchange of experience, thoughts and feelings between the characters that leads to the solution of the problem. Until people speak out clearly and hopefully in a polite manner, then maybe the other side has never considered the opposing point of view. Maybe they've never thought about it the way they think about it. This is another one of my favorite ideas to help young people dial in, the idea that empathy matters. It matters that you're able to listen and actually hear and understand another person's point of view. And anytime I see this in a children's book, that book goes into one of my Read 20 bags. It goes on to the Readmobile, and I will share it with students everywhere I go. All right, I hope you've enjoyed our story today, and I hope that you will take a little time to look at a new story, a new book with new ideas every single day for at least 20 minutes. There's no more important skill to be a great human being and a great citizen than the ability to listen, think, and communicate your ideas through language. All right, friends, have a great day. Bye-bye.